Normally I start with a blank page, but I have a little bit of a template that goes with these stories, so I can just read the introduction there. When I Grow Old, a Time Travel Academy short story for middle grade readers by Jay Wilburn. If you like what you read, check out the Time Travel Academy books. Dizzy Villahera never planned to be a time traveler, but now she and her friends from the year 2225 must work together to preserve the past, protect the present, and save the future. In these particular stories, I kind of do some side tales of stuff going on with the Time Travel Academy. So we've kind of invented a few new characters that haven't appeared in the books yet, and they kind of have a little side story going. So I'm going to jump in here, write this middle grades level story, so a little bit higher than the Lake Scatterwood books that I do, a little bit lower than the Maidens of Zombie Kingdom. So we try to get that good middle grade vocabulary in there. All right. Meow, that was her name, was a student at the Time Travel Academy in the year... Oh, I misspelled year. That's not good. You should always spell year right if you're writing a time travel story. Academy in the year 2225. She always thought of herself as the leader among her friends. She was the main character and the protagonist of her own life story. Every adventure, even the ones that went wrong, centered around her. This year was different, though. She still had friends and still attended the Time Travel Academy. But the time travel field trips had stopped. She wasn't happy with that, so she talked her friends into snooping around with her. Okay. They discovered Dizzy. Dizzy was from about 200 years in the past. She was sort of trapped in Meow's time because of a time criminal that only Dizzy and a couple of her friends could chase until the criminal was caught. It was up to Dizzy. Meow liked Dizzy and kind of felt sad that once the time criminal problem was solved, that would be the end of their friendship. Meow didn't feel like the center of her own universe anymore. things got weirder when she received a message from Dizzy, but not the one she thought. The girls were talking about all sorts of different things, from classes to music to weekend plans. They weren't supposed to talk about too many things concerning Dizzy's future, but they had stopped being careful a long time ago. Meow couldn't wait anymore. She called out and interrupted one of the other girls' stories. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to be a while because I don't feel good. Everyone got quiet and stared. Dizzy finally said, "I like that you're comfortable sharing, but that may be something we don't need to know." Okay. The other girls laughed. That would normally send Meow into a rage, but she had way too much on her mind at the moment. Okay, well, that's where I'm going, if you wonder. As Meow walked away, Dizzy asked, "Do you want us to wait on you before we get dinner?" "No, I'm going to be a while. It's really going to be a bad one. You shouldn't come looking for me." As Meow continued to walk away, she shook her head at herself. The girls made groaning noises. One of them asked, "Do you want us to call a nurse. Meow rounded the corner. No, thank you. I'll be fine. Go on without me. I'll see you later. We'll miss you, one girl said. And remember you as you were in life, Dizzy added. The other girls laughed, but Meow didn't get it. Dizzy wasn't really mean. Alright, let me fix a typo real quick and then we'll keep going. Oh, not like that, we won't. Alright, there we go. Moving right along. The other girls laughed, but Meow didn't get it. Dizzy wasn't really mean. She might be the least mean of all of Meow's friends. Meow thought she might actually be the meanest of her friends herself. She passed the bathroom and took one of the back elevators down to the ground floor. It was quite a journey, since the time travel, hold on, I gotta capitalize that, since the time travel academy was a mile high and a mile wide on every side. Okay. Meow managed to get to one of the service doors down a deserted hallway without being seen. She hit the button and the door popped open. It was about to swing closed when a hand grabbed the edge and pulled it open again. The older lady who went with the wrinkled hand looked good for her age. She was still thin, about, let's say, not much taller than Meow. Her coat was black and wrapped firm around her. collar was tall and framed her wrinkled face and her short white hair. She wore a colorful scarf. That kind of reminded Meow of who she was meeting. The woman smiled at her, and even though the face was very different, that smile reminded her of a friend. Was there any trouble getting here? No one suspects. I don't think, Meow said. But they probably think I have serious bathroom issues. The old lady frowned, which deepened her wrinkles, but made her face look cuter. Why do they think that? Alright. I couldn't think of another excuse to get away without being followed. Meow looked up the hallway to be sure they were still alone. I thought that would get around any questions, but apparently my friends had all kinds of things to say. Am I in the building right now? The old woman asked. Meow was confused by the question at first, but then she got what the woman meant. Yes, the younger version of you is up there right now thinking I'm dying in the bathroom. The woman giggled a little. Her voice was deeper now, but Meow recognized the laugh. Okay, let's be specific. Meow shook her head and said, "I can't believe it's really you, Dizzy. You're really over 200 years old now." Older Dizzy shrugged. 200 isn't as old as it used to be. Right, but you're way older than 200. Like, you must be... Let's not worry about the number, Older Dizzy said. I need your help to set things right. I did everything you asked for in the diary, Meow said. How did you know that someone else wouldn't read it before me? Dizzy patted Meow's shoulder. I remembered from the first time, back when I was time traveling. But we're not done. There's important stuff coming up soon. We have to act fast. Okay. As they walked down the service hallway. Okay, what do I want to say here? As they walked down the service hallway, Meow asked, "Do any of the others know you're still alive? Like when the younger you ended up here by accident, didn't any of them check to see what happened to you and then find out you were still alive?" Older Dizzy gave that deep laugh again. Agent Mosca paid me a visit. I pretended to have a bad memory. Excuse me. Got an itchy nose. I pretended to have a bad memory, and okay, I need to put quotation marks there. And he believed me. Right, Meow said. because you are so old. Okay, you can let that go now. Meow stopped at the end of the hall and looked around the corner. There are a few people going by. Let's give it a minute. Sounds like a plan. Meow stared at Dizzy. Let's see, Meow stared at Dizzy. Let me get my watch off, it's bothering me a little bit. Okay. Trying to see her younger friend's face in this older version of the same person. Why did you lie to Agent Mosca? Older Dizzy sighed, but then said, "It's complicated. Things needed to go a certain way to protect history. I also had to be able to do certain things to make this all turn out right. I guess after all these years, I'm still working to protect history." So you know how it's going to end. Right, Dizzy? I know how it is supposed to, but unless we do things right and carefully, anything can go wrong. History can still be destroyed by one small mistake. Meow rolled her eyes. Yeah, no pressure or anything. Dizzy reached out and touched Meow's hair. I always thought you had the coolest hair. Meow's hair was spotted like a wildcat, and her eyes were green with yellow stripes. Let me fix something. With yellow stripes. That wasn't uncommon for this time period, though. Really? Sure, Dizzy said. Let me put the quotation marks where they go. Sure, Dizzy said. You were always the coolest. I was glad to have you as a friend. But you'll be gone for 200 years after this is over, right? Older Dizzy shrugged. I'm here now. I'm actually here twice. So you have double of me for a while. Meow looked around the corner and then led Dizzy toward another set of elevators. As they went up, Meow asked, "Why did you pick me?" What do you mean? Why did you contact me to help you with all this? You could have contacted your younger self or the principal or one of the other girls or even Shin and Zane, who are already helping you. Dizzy patted Meow's shoulder again. Because I know I can count on you. You were the bravest and the one I knew I could trust when things got difficult. Meow smiled and looked away. I like your colorful clothes. When did you start wearing all black? Older Dizzy laughed again. She pulled at one corner of her scarf and said, I found color sometimes worked better as an accessory. All right. They left the elevator and Meow got Dizzy to her room unseen. Older Dizzy immediately went to the diary on the desk. She opened it and flipped through it. No, that's not what happened. Hold on, I changed something earlier on. Older Dizzy immediately went to the image from her diary, open in the hologram above Meow's computer. Forgot what I did in the last story. I haven't seen these pages in years. Well, I've been studying them more than my homework. It's a lot to take in, Dizzy. I don't know what to do with it all. One thing at a time, she said. Let's say older Dizzy said. The first thing we need to do is get a note to my younger self before the next mission. All right. Meow rolled her eyes. Again, if that's what we were going to do, then we should have just told younger you when you first contacted me. Older Dizzy shook her head. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but it has to be this way. If we do the wrong thing, history is changed, and the universe could suffer great consequences. Okay. What is the world saving note you need me to give to your younger self? It took a while for them to find a piece of paper they could use. Most things were paperless now. Not great for writing secret notes. Finally, they found something that used to be a food wrapper. Dizzy spoke to Meow as she wrote line after line. The next morning, Meow waited at the corner of the hallway that led to the time chamber. Shen and Zane passed first. Alright. Left out a name there. Shen and Zane passed first. They were all wearing strange costumes. Strange costumes for whatever time period they were going back to. Dizzy approached and Meow waited. Koi, one of Meow's friends, tapped her shoulder and asked, "You still hanging around the bathrooms?" Okay. Meow startled. She looked up and saw she really was standing by a bathroom. This was how terrible nicknames got started. She was too busy to deal with Koi or anyone else. Not now. I'll talk to you later. Koi shrugged and went the other way. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Just go to the nurse if you're having trouble. Meow sighed and turned to see younger Dizzy's back. She was in costume too and was headed to the time chamber. Meow ran out from cover. She slipped the paper into one of Dizzy's pockets and quickly walked the other way. Yeah, I know I'm using the girl's name a lot, but that's alright. Meow walked right past Principal Chance, Agent Mosca, and Dr. Roman Oliver, who were also headed to the chamber. They were busy in their conversations, and they were busy in their conversations and didn't notice her. Meow ran to the service hallway and found older Dizzy waiting. Did it work? Meow took a second to catch her breath. I got it in her pocket. I guess the rest is up to your memory. What do you mean? Well, you're really old. Maybe you did forget something. Older Dizzy frowned. I'm not forgetful. And I wrote everything down. If it's in her pocket, we're good. I should leave before someone sees me. I'll be in contact again. Wait. Dizzy stopped with her hand over excuse me just a second, I'm sorry. Dizzy stopped with her hand over the button to the access door. Let's say service door, I think that's what I called it. Call it the same thing all the way through with the service door. What's wrong? Do I end up with any unfortunate... Oh, I didn't spell that anywhere near correctly. Let's see if the computer can do it for me. Yes. I don't know what that was, and I don't want to know. Do I end up with any unfortunate bathroom related nicknames? Dizzy stared for a moment and then smiled. You mean when we start calling you Bathroom Kitty? What? I'm kidding. I promise. I just made that up. Just now. Meow leaned against the wall. Oh, that would be terrible. Why did you say that? Because you keep calling me old. Okay, sorry. Thank you for your help. Meow. This was really important. Meow looked away. Dizzy, do we stop being friends? Like, after this is over. After it's all solved. And you go back to your own time. Do we not see each other again? I can't answer that completely, Dizzy said. But I can tell you that I never stop thinking of you as my friend. And I'm back already. I'm here right now. And I haven't even left yet. So you won't get a chance to miss me. We're still friends. Meow. Always will be. Meow wiped her eyes and hugged older Dizzy. Stay in touch, Meow said, as older Dizzy stepped out of the academy. She said, we still have a lot of work to do. Come up with a better excuse than the bathroom thing. All right. As the door closed, Meow rolled her eyes and tried to find the others in order to redeem her reputation.